quite important. Now, 9 bands is not an easy cake. Obviously, it is not a piece of cake. It is very difficult for everybody. But what are the tips which you can get, and it will be easy for you to score that. So first of all, let's start with that. The first technique that is quite important, that is the skimming one. If you know how to do the skimming part, you are going to get easy marking. Right now, I do not read the passages. If you have watched the previous video which I just shared at 10 o'clock in the morning, that was related to 29th Jan, 5th Feb and 12th Feb reading passage, and I explained one type of question which is going to come in IELTS exam. So what you need to do is, I have given there also the type of question which can come in IELTS exam, because our predictions are always 100% correct. If you have not seen that, you must watch the videos of our prediction and reviews and check karo ki wo hamesha se correct jati hain. Now coming back to this, why skimming is important? Skimming is important because this is the main thing by which I can answer, I can come to know what type of question is and what type of passage it is. So aapko pura mark nahi karna, you have to just mark 700 million and vehicles. There will be just 2 or 3 words during the whole line which you are going to mark. That is it. Being an IELTS trainer for 15 years, I have taught this skimming technique to everybody. Getting 9 bands in IELTS reading, IELTS listening, it is just the technique which I am telling you, the same technique which I used when I took the exam. Now 700 million is a figure, that is why I marked. Vehicles is a noun, that is why I marked. Number is rising, verb is marked. Again, a figure is marked. Major problems, depletion, and it is not as such जो मैंने mark किया आपको भी वही mark करना है. Not at all, dear. आपको हमेशा अलग ही जो आपको सही लगता है, whatever is suitable for you, you can mark that. There is no problem. This is the first step of your reading. If you can do that, it will be very easy for you to understand the rest of the things. Okay. In the second question also, see, I have not read the passage. I just marked 700 million, vehicles, world, number rising, 40 million, major problems, environmental pollution, resources, and traffic congestion. In this way, I just got the gist, the summary, and I came to know what is the exact meaning of the particular type of paragraph. That is it. I will not think about any other thing else. Now, after that, this is the first step. Now, moving to the next step of it, this is locating information and specific phrases. This is all part of skimming, जो सारे trainers आपको बताते हैं, online websites पे बताया जाता है, even YouTubers आपको बताते हैं कि how to do the skimming part, but my way is a bit different. Now the second thing is, what you need to do is, how do you think? Do you read, means do you speak aloud while reading the passage? जैसे कि suppose this was the passage in front of you. Now I am speaking very loudly. There are now over 700 million motor vehicles in the world, and the number is rising by more than 40 million each year. If I read word to word, my speed will be less. It is for sure. Like if you are visualizing in your mind, you are reading voice is not equal to the thinking voice, then your speed will be increased. Otherwise, your speed will be decreased later on. So always do one thing, that you will never read loudly. You will never read the passage loudly. You will just think in the mind and you will move ahead. You will just visualize, you will just retell, you will not move ahead, just reading it loudly and using the words in your mouth. No, not at all. After that, the third step would be the vision. Now, suppose I have this page in front of me. Now, this is left hand side of the page. This is right hand side of the page. Now, what can you do? You can read one word at one time, or you can read 2 words at one time, or you can read 3 words at one time, or you can read at the end of the sentence also. Means my vision, my thinking, my visualization, my concept is so clear that I can read this word and this word at the same time. If you can do like that, your skimming will be done in just 5 minutes. Mind it, just 5 minutes. You need not worry about the skimming technique. If you can do that, it is for sure, it is 100% sure your location will be in front of you when you are taking the question answers. When you are looking for the word, when you want to know the location, exact location, sometimes students कहते हैं कि हमें location तो मिल जाती है but हमें आंसर नहीं मिलता, एग्जैक्ट आंसर नहीं मिलता. तो उसका कारण यही है, the reason behind is that we do not read the whole sentence. We just think, okay, this would be the location, and we go ahead. We just look at the other questions. So this is the wrong way to do it. Now moving to the next type of skimming technique, और क्या हो सकता है इसमें? I will show you one more thing. Skimming technique may always use a pointer, always use a pencil, and the pencil will be, the tip of the pencil will be like this. Use a timer, a pencil, and it depends. If you are already good at skimming part, you can read the questions, otherwise leave this part. Now with the help of the pencil, because the tip of the pencil that is so sharp that it goes like as we did here in this slide. I read the essay, I read the passage in front of you without reading it loudly. Secondly, I just marked it using a timer. This is for the first time for the beginners and for those who have the problem that of time management. They do not know, they do not understand how to finish the reading passage in 1 hour. They always finish the passage in 1.5 hours, 2 hours, because they're just reading it. वो सिर्फ पढ़ रहे हैं उसको, उनको खत्म नहीं करना आ रहा है उसको. वो इसलिए नहीं आ रहा because time is not organized, time is not managed. उसके लिए आपको क्या करना है? First of all, skimming के लिए ही you have to give only 5 minutes. उसके बाद you will go to the questions. Questions may be when you have underlined the words that is included in these 5 minutes. It means you have to be so quick. So first of all, you must know how to underline the words, how to paraphrase it. These two things must be taken care of. You have to be very careful when you are skimming. And for 2-3 पैसेज अगर आप कर लोगे तो आपकी प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगी, उसमें ज्यादा करने की जरूरत है नहीं है, इतना हार्डवर्क नहीं चाहिए इसमें. It is so simple. Moving next. Now आप देख रहे होंगे कि it is quite confusing, लेकिन I have marked it for my students. As we know that there are 60 minutes, there is 1 hour for a passage, and we ask every student to do 20 minutes for one passage. Correct? हम सभी को बोलते हैं कि one passage जो है वो हम 20 minutes में complete करेंगे. But dear all, I do not say 20 minutes. I say 15 minutes for one passage. I say 15 minutes for second passage, and I say 25 minutes for the third passage. Okay, now again 5 minutes are left. Now these 5 minutes are for rechecking and also looking at what kind of problem do we have and how we can solve it. Okay, now in these 15 minutes, how to do 15 minutes में मैम 20 minutes में नहीं होता, 15 minutes में बोल रहे हो, तो इसको कैसे करना है? In this case, what you need to do, you will be finding it out. 15 minutes में the task will be, now this is the first passage. In I have told you skimming will be of 5 minutes. Now how to complete the questions in 10 minutes, because 5 minutes तो फिर से निकल गए. Now 10 minutes are only left. We have 40 questions in the task. Let me clear this out. We have 40 questions. If I give 1 minute to each question, it means that will be finished in 40 minutes. Correct? Because there are 40 questions and 1 minute to each question, it means 40 minutes. So how to give 1 minute to each question? First of all, you can read the question. That will be 15 seconds. After that, you are locating the word in the passage. That is for 30 seconds. उसके बाद you are moving again and thinking for 15 seconds again that what to write, what is the answer. So roughly that is 1 minute to write down the answer. But ये कौन से क्वेश्चन है भाई जो 1 मिनट में हो जाते हैं? मैम हमसे नहीं होते.
जा कम करो, बाद में देखो थोड़ी
right?
देर फोन.
So what you can do is kindly mute yourself, everyone. Everybody mute yourself. Thank you. Now here also what you can see is कौन से ऐसे questions हैं जो हमें लग रहा है कि 1 minute में हो जाएंगे, जैसे fill-ups हैं. Kindly mute yourself. In this case also what you will do is you will always find fill-ups, then you will always find question answers, table, diagram, right? And also you will do one more thing. You will understand the peak of the question. Like fill-ups मैंने बोला आपको, ये जल्दी हो जाते हैं. Then I have said question answers, ये जल्दी हो जाते हैं. Then diagram labeling, ये जल्दी हो जाता है. Also we can have, if I have a good hold over true false not given, ये भी मेरे से जल्दी हो जाता है. ठीक है, तो आप ये सारी चीजें हैं जो आप पहले फिनिश कर सकते हैं, 1 minute में फिनिश कर सकते हैं. Sometimes we get the answer even before that, even before 1 minute. तो वो जितना टाइम बचेगा that will be given to headings question, क्योंकि headings में सबसे ज्यादा टाइम लगता है. Students have a problem in MCQs. MCQs में टाइम ज्यादा लगता है. Students have a problem in which paragraph contains the following information. उसमें ज्यादा टाइम लगता है. उसी की वीडियो अभी मैंने 10 बजे डाली है अपने YouTube चैनल पर. Those who have not watched it, उसको जरूर देखें because वही chances हैं Feb में आने के. Which paragraph contains the following information, वो जरूर देखना. And उसके टिप्स बहुत अच्छे से बताए गए हैं. 29th Jan, 2nd Feb and 12th Feb जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिन्होंने एग्जाम देना उनके लिए बहुत जरूरी है. Now which paragraph के बाद उसके बाद आपने क्या करना है? We have summary also, the blanks in the form of summary which comes in listening also. अभी 11:30 बजे वीडियो अपलोड होने वाली है. That is on listening 29th Jan के लिए, 2nd Feb के लिए and 15th Feb के, 5th Feb के लिए and 12th Feb के लिए. वो भी जरूर देखना. Now after that what you need to do, ये सारे questions हैं जिसमें हम ज्यादा टाइम लगाते हैं. And here also 1 minute for the first type of questions, that is fill-ups, question answer and question answer and true false not given. Rest of the headings वाले के लिए ज्यादा टाइम लगेगा. ठीक है जी. Now moving to the next type of questions. Now how to divide this, क्या problem आती है हमें और ज्यादा. So let's get started with this. अभी आप ये चेक करो. Now you can see the passage and the questions in front of you. What I tell my students जो मेरे से क्लासेस लेते हैं उनको मैं क्या सिखाती हूँ, आपको पैसेज कैसे चूज करना है. हाउ टू चूज द पैसेज, वेरी सिंपल टेक्निक बेटा. इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस, तो जो स्किमिंग टेक्निक बताई, दूसरी चीज हाउ टू चूज द पैसेज. इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड दीज टू टेक्निक्स, द हाफ द बैटल इज वन. You have already won the battle. You have already done the reading passage very easily. Okay, now how to do it? First of all, you have two passages in front of you. I am not talking about third passage. Then you will, first passage is on, suppose, history. Then the second passage is on chemistry. Now the first passage is on art based and the second passage is science based. Those who have interest in this chemistry, they will go by this passage. Those who have understanding of this passage, matlab they know the subject knowledge. Suppose I am a postgraduate in mathematics, I am a postgraduate in science, so I will choose this passage first, right? Because I can understand. I hate history because I cannot learn the dates and the figures. I totally don't understand this, so I will leave this passage. This is the first thing that you need to understand. Okay, what is the interest, what is your understanding, what is the subject knowledge. After that, this is the first thing that you looked at when you found the way you saw the name of the passage. Second thing that you need to do, what are the questions. Suppose in the first passage, history wala passage, I got the question answer. This was the first type of question. Then the second type of question was fill in the blanks. The third type of question was MCQ. Suppose, okay, these three type of questions were given in the first passage, history. In the second passage, chemistry, I got the question headings. Second type of question was true false not given and third type of question was blanks. Now which passage shall I do first? मुझे chemistry पसंद है लेकिन उसमें क्या आ गई, हेडिंग्स. उसमें क्या आ गए, ट्रू फॉल्स नॉट गिवन, जो दोनों ही टाइम कंज्यूमिंग है, मेरी समझ के बाहर है, मुझे नहीं आते. बट हिस्ट्री मेरे को वैसे नहीं आती, लेकिन उसके क्वेश्चन बहुत दोनों सिंपल आ गए, फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स एंड क्वेश्चन आंसर, जो बहुत जल्दी हो जाएंगे. सो आई विल चूज हिस्ट्री फर्स्ट एंड देन आई विल डू केमिस्ट्री. बट यू कैन नॉट थिंक अबाउट द थर्ड पैसेज बिकॉज दैट इज द कॉम्प्लिकेटेड वन. आप वो थर्ड पैसेज नहीं कर सकते हो, आपको सिर्फ और सिर्फ फर्स्ट और सेकंड में ही चूज करना है. और उसमें आप चेक कर लीजिए कि इन दोनों में आप कौन सा चूज कर रहे हो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द क्वेश्चंस. Now suppose if I clear all this, I have headings in the second passage and I have question answer blanks and the table completion in the first passage. Obviously I will do this one first. Headings जहां पर आ गए, जहां पर MCQs आ गए, वो वाला पैसेज हमने बाद में करना है, और जो इजी वाले क्वेश्चंस है वो जिस पैसेज में आ गए वो पैसेज हम पहले करेंगे. We will complete that passage इजिली और जल्दी हो जाएगा, टाइम भी बचेगा, और वही टाइम आप नेक्स्ट पैसेज में दे सकते हो. आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल बढ़ेगा, कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ गया, लोकेशन इजीली मिल रही है, आंसर मिल रहे हैं, तो और क्या चाहिए, राइट? तो आपको सिर्फ ये चीजें ध्यान में रखनी है. ठीक है जी. अभी जब ये क्वेश्चंस मेरे पास हैं, सपोज फर्स्ट पैसेज में मैंने आपको बताया कि मेरे पास क्वेश्चन है पहला, सबसे पहले उन्होंने दिया है ट्रू फॉल्स नॉट गिवन. कैम्ब्रिज की कोई भी बुक उठाओ, कैम्ब्रिज 11 उठाओ, कैम्ब्रिज 16 उठाओ, आपके एक पैसेज में ट्रू फॉल्स नॉट गिवन तो जरूर होता ही है, और क्वेश्चन भी आता ही आता है. सेकंड जो चीज है एमसीक्यूज, ठीक है, ये दिया हुआ था. थर्ड मेरे पास है फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स. ये तीन तरह के क्वेश्चन दिए हैं आपके एक पैसेज में. पैसेज का नाम है कॉक वाला चैप्टर है ना इसका, कैम्ब्रिज का. सो मैं उसके बारे में बात करूं ना. सपोज ये आपके पास पैसेज है. व्हाट विल आई डू? I will not start with true false not given, not at all, because ये सबसे पहले दिया था, तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि मुझे यही करना है. I will not even start with MCQs. अरे मुझे आता ही नहीं है MCQs करते कैसे हैं, तो मुझे ये भी नहीं करना. I will go with fill in the blanks first because this is the easiest one. ये सबसे जल्दी मिलते हैं, इसके टिप्स बहुत easy होते हैं, और इसकी लोकेशन भी बहुत जल्दी मिल जाती है. इसलिए I will start with fill in the blanks. After that I will go with true false not given. And the third one will be MCQs. This is the hierarchy, and that is why hierarchy of passage and questions is written. If you understand this, it will be easy for you. If you do not, it will be very difficult for you to do it. Okay. So always look for what type of questions are given and how you can sort it out. Right, Ji? Now moving next. Suppose the students are having a problem in MCQs. उनको प्रॉब्लम आ रही है MCQs में. जो मैं टिप यूज करती हूँ वही सेम बता रही हूँ. I'm telling you the same one, and that will be, आपको क्या करना है, always do only one type of question. Just do one type of question and it will be easy. आप सिर्फ एक ही टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन करेंगे, आप सारे के सारे नहीं करेंगे. And you will also think of like suppose you have a problem in MCQs, suppose you have a problem in headings, suppose you have a problem in true false not given. मैम नहीं क्लियर होते, तो उसमें आपको क्या करना है, you will do just one type of question for a week. अगर आप सिर्फ एक वीक तक वही काम करेंगे, सिर्फ वही प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, take out the reading passages where the true false are given and just do that. You'll be happy to see if you just finish those 4 questions in 4 minutes. It will be very easy for you. And in that way, you have mastered one thing. You have been proficient in one thing. You got the expertise in one thing. There will be no problem after that. Got it? And this is tip 7, right? Now we have 2 tips left for 9 bands. तो उसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे? This is a bit difficult for the students. जो basic students हैं उनको समझ में नहीं आता कि what is paraphrasing. तो मुझे question का meaning ही नहीं पता how to do the reading because I do not have much vocabulary. Vocabulary has to do, but इतना भी ज्यादा problem लेने वाली बात नहीं है कि मुझे उसका word का meaning नहीं आता तो अभी मैं क्या करूं भाई, मेरे से नहीं होगा. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. अगर आपके 6 ऑलरेडी आ रहे हैं, 7 आने में इतना ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगा. बिकॉज अगर आपके टिप्स जैसे मैंने बताया, स्किमिंग सबसे पहले बताई, देन हाउ टू डू द स्किमिंग, फिर हायरार्की बता दी, टाइम डिवीजन बता दिया. अगर आपको ये मैनेजमेंट आ गई ना तो आपको ऑलरेडी 0.5 बैंड्स बढ़ गया। उसके बाद अगर आपने टिप्स सीख ली है कि किस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन को कैसे करना चाहिए, अगर वो आ गया तो बस फिर तो आसान ही है सब कुछ। कमिंग बैक टू दिस, पैराफ्रेज करना है। पैराफ्रेज यहाँ पे लिखा है व्हाट इट सेज इन द क्वेश्चन। क्वेश्चन में क्या लिखा है, क्राइम लिखा है और इंक्रीज लिखा है, करेक्ट। अभी इसको टेक्स्ट में कैसे दिया है, मतलब रीडिंग पैसेज में कैसे दिया है। क्राइम से रिलेटेड लिखा है क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटीज और इंक्रीज को लिखा है राइज। ये तो बहुत सिंपल है, ये तो मुझे पता था, इसमें क्या नया बताया। तो देयर विल बी अ डिफरेंस ऑफ, यहाँ पे इंक्रीजिंग इज अ वर्ब बट यहाँ पे उन्होंने नाउन की फॉर्म में दे दिया है। देन दिस इज अकर्ड इन द लेट, लेट मतलब बाद में, 1800s, मतलब 1800 की लास्ट वाली लाइंस, ठीक है, लेट 1800। अब 1800s मतलब 1850 के बाद वाला होगा कुछ, 1867 हो गया, 1880 हो गया, ऐसे कुछ ईयर्स होंगे। तो ये कौन सी सेंचुरी है भाई, this is 19th century, that is why it is written 19th century, and it is also written latter part of, it means late 1800s. So they are giving in that way। आपको paraphrasing आनी चाहिए थोड़ी बहुत। अगर जैसे एक नेक्स्ट दिखा रही हूँ आपको, this is a written a vote on the matter, matter is issue, मिल गया, ठीक है। citizens की जगह पे देखो वहां पे क्या लिखा है, public। अभी ये वोट का नहीं पता मेरे को, इसको रेफरेंडम नहीं पता था कहते हैं, लेकिन बाकी सारे वर्ड्स मिल रहे हैं। तो आपको वो वर्ड से, उस कॉन्टेक्स्ट से यू हैव टू जज द मीनिंग, वेदर इट इज अ पॉजिटिव वर्ड और नेगेटिव वर्ड। एक और टिप बता रही हूँ, बहुत अच्छा टिप है। अगर किसी के आगे इन, अन, डिस लगा है, ये 3 वर्ड्स, राइट, इसके अलावा भी होते हैं। सफिक्स अगर आपने किए होंगे in your senior secondary or secondary classes or high school, then you might be knowing this fact। जिसके आगे ये लगा होता है वो होते हैं नेगेटिव वर्ड्स। तो आपको इजीली पता चल जाएगा कॉन्टेक्स्ट में पढ़ने से कि वो पॉजिटिव वर्ड है कि वो नेगेटिव वर्ड है, उसका पॉजिटिव इफेक्ट आ रहा है पूरे पैराग्राफ पे कि नेगेटिव इफेक्ट आ रहा है। एंड इन दैट वे यू कैन क्लियर इट। It will be so simple to understand this. In the same case, you can also see here is, it is written damaging environmental effects. Effects is impact and it is environment. This is ecosystem. So simple, right? And the population is called inhabitants. अगर आपको ये synonyms चाहिए, you can go to my Telegram channel. That is, it is written over here. This is Masterclass IELTS. You can go there and you can find out the synonyms used in IELTS exam. You can get it. Even the words which are used in listening, that is also given on the YouTube channel, 1200 words which are used in listening with the spellings also. आप वो भी चेक कर सकते हैं। Everything is available on the YouTube channel. एक वीडियो जो अभी अपलोड हो चुकी है, that is about the listening only, and I will be showing that, right? Now moving to the next thing, the last part of it, and the session will get over after this. This is about your grammar part. Now the grammar is about you can see there, this is tip 9. Tip 9 is how to improve the grammar. Right? In improving the grammar, you can see that there is always a content, there is always a grammar. We have to see, suppose, one word only. So first of all, I have to see one word. After that, I will see whether a noun will come or a verb will come or an adjective will come. Which word is given and what I have to write in this. I have to see in this. Right? After that, I can go ahead. And if you do that, that will be so easy for you. And for this, for grammar part, for fill-ups type, there will be a separate session also, and separate sessions will be conducted. Those will be uploaded in the groups. You can see the post from my side and you can always join the session so that you can improve your reading as well as listening or whatever problem you have in IELTS exam, so that you can crack it very easily. Now, but before that, you need to like each and every video on my YouTube and you have to share with maximum number of people. Just इतना सा काम करना है और कुछ नहीं करना है, और आपको सारी की सारी चीजें यहाँ पे बैठ के मिल रही हैं, right? Now, last thing, if you have any doubts related to this, you can ask me, and If there is no doubt, you can not now, you want to ask later on, you can text me also, so that I have it in the next module, in the next session, and we can continue with that. Any doubts those who have, they can tell me about this. Anyone who wants to say something, or you can also give the feedback in the individual groups, yeah, individual chat box, whatever you want.